Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I wanted to wish you all the happiest of Valentine's Days tomorrow. We're joining you live from Frederick, Colorado, and we are so excited to show you the all-new gemstone interior paired with a woodstock wood. This is a fantastic coach. It's a hard color combination to find, so Jody, as usual, please go ahead and take her on back. For those of you just tuning in, I love to start my videos from the inside out. So I'll typically start from the rear of the coach. In this case, this is a really nice king bed model. It's a mid-bath, 36-foot, 11-inch VSB. So this is a 2023 Renegade Verona 36VSB. And what's so exciting about this is the new wood interior. So if you can see here, this is called Woodstock. This replaced Spice Brandy. We've had Spice Brandy for years. So it's really nice to see this new color combination, and then just to see how it pairs with the valances and all of the decorations that are on the interior of the Woodstock finish. Or, I'm sorry, the gemstone finish. So gemstone is a really nice beige. It's the lightest beige that we have by Renegade. And what's neat about this is it still isn't too terribly bright, but you'll see I've done a number of videos with sandstone. It's really difficult to catch the gemstone interior. So I was very excited to bring that to you today. You know, I had a client walk through Renegade this weekend, and I'll tell you, time and time again, I hear the same review. There's just nobody who can touch these cabinets. The cabinet quality produced in Elkhart, Indiana, where these RVs are manufactured, is really second to none. So really nice storage here, especially for some hiking boots, maybe some flip-flops. And then, of course, all of these drawers are great. One of the things that I talk about a lot in my videos is the fact that I like to have different size storage compartments. It's so important when you're RVing. And this is an RV that is very much an all-weather coach. It's all electric. It has 150 gallons of fresh water and a 75-gallon gray water tank. But what's so nice about this is a very common unit for people who want to go snowmobiling or, you know, just brave those cooler temperatures. For those of you who have snow bibs or anything along those lines, this removable shelf is just great for that type of environment. And then another very popular use of this vehicle is going to be for people who are coastal, maybe surfing. So if you've got wetsuits or anything along those lines, great cabinet space there in your wardrobes. Now, one thing I just want to point out to you, of course, Renegade is always just, you know, setting the trends. This has got a USB port, a Type-C, and then two 110 outlets next to your nightstands on either side. You also have fantastic overhead storage here. And what's interesting about Renegade and the way that they approach their models, this 36 VSB has 150 gallons of fresh water, 75 gallons of gray water, 75 gallons of black water, a 100-gallon fuel tank. It's a saddle-fueled tank with dual fill, and it can be used to run your hydronic heat. But one of the things that we also do to help you keep your coach warm in the winter and to keep your water from freezing is we put it here under the bed. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up this iRelax mattress. This is an RV King. It's a very comfortable mattress. But there's your two saddle tanks. This coach is also very easy for those of you who want to do your own maintenance to winterize as well. So one of the new features for 2023, above and beyond just the Woodstock interior, is also the fact that we have a better tank monitoring system. So that's been a nice improvement. For those of you who've had a Renegade, I know that my 36 VSB only showed 3 measurements. It showed 0, 33, and 66. So I never even knew it was 100% fuel filled with water. I'd always have to lift up the mattress to look. But so that's a really nice feature for us new in 2023. So this coach will have 2 air conditioning units. They're 15,000 BTUs with heat pumps. But as I mentioned earlier, this coach is a hydronically heated vehicle. So what that means is you have a tankless hot water heater. And that tankless hot water heater is doing a number of different things. One of which is it's taking that 150 gallons of hot water and it's heating it either by an electrical burner or by the diesel burner itself. So that water can get really hot. The system that's used on this coach is a 250D by AquaHot. The nice thing about this is a third generation. So we've had reliability issues with AquaHot in the past, maybe some complaints where they wasn't quite as full bulletproof as you like. The 250D by AquaHot in the third generation seems to be doing really well for us. Now, one of the things that's great about this shower is that it has this nice magnetic seal. So when I close this, it actually seals shut. And then when I open it, I can let that hot air out, but it can keep that steam in there. So if you're in a cooler climate, it keeps you nice and warm. The other benefit is this little latch here. If your husband's just being super annoying, you just get him in the shower, close this, lock it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Probably not going to end well. Oh, all joking aside, skylight is fantastic. Really nice shower head here. It is adjustable, and there's a soap dish here as well as 2 shelves. This little bar here seems like a small detail, but to keep your shampoo and conditioner from falling out while you're in motion, it's just nice to have a place to sit. And then something else that we've done is I can still sit down now and shave my legs without turning the water off. In years of past, if you leaned back against this little faucet, it would turn the water off. Of course, that's not great when you're trying to get ready for the day. So nice improvement there by Renegade. I love all the cabinet space here. Great place to keep some toilet paper, some of your, your washcloths and hand towels, etc. Nice towel bar. As you can see here, this porcelain potty is fantastic. There's a ton of room in this bathroom, and one of the things that's important to see is that from a seat space, you can be a really big dude. You've got plenty of room here to sit down. The other thing that's really nice about this coach is Renegade does these little latches where they have these plastic snaps that put things in place. So it's a very simple system, but these doors are super solid. And if I close this door, what ends up happening is I have a shower and office that are closed off from the sink area. So I can have 2 people getting ready at the same time. I also have this great door here. So I can create literally 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms in this coach just by sliding a few doors closed, allowing for a lot more people to get ready in the morning at the same time, using the similar space but with differentiation so you can be doing different things. Also, we have a really fantastic medicine cabinet here. The quality of these Renegades is something that is really rivaled by very few. This coach has an 8.9 liter ISL, which is a really great engine, 360 horsepower, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque, and a 20,000 pound towing capacity. So this coach has got a lot of positives going for it, but something that's highly underrated is going to be this system that we use to control the RV. So you'll see here, I have a few different places that I can control, for instance, my lights. So if I go here to my light switch and I turn off my master, all the lights are off. If I turn on my master, all the lights are on. What's nice about having this located in the bathroom is there's a panel here as well as one in the kitchen. So both people can have control over the coach when they're getting ready in the morning. If you're going to bed, you don't have to travel all the way to the front. You can just go ahead and turn your lights off here. You can also operate and control your generator here. You can see your fresh gray and black water. You can see what your house is running. You can see that your generator's on. You can also see what your AquaHot's doing, if it's running off of electric or if it's running off a burner. All of your temperature controls, again, lighting, power, temperature. You'll see here it says heat pump, AquaHot, and both the front and rear systems. So these bay controls are really nice. You can run that burner system and get your rear bedroom really hot, or the front of the coach really hot without affecting the other. So if you want to keep that door closed and keep it cool for sleeping, you can do that and still have it nice and warm when you get up for coffee. This is just for your fantastic fans. They are rain censored. Great place to get some circulation. This is going to be your slide control. So you've got your front slide, your rear slide, also your awning, and then your window shade. And this is going to be for the bunk over cab. So all of these things are controlled here, but most importantly, they're controlled by a mobile app. So this Vega Touch app that you see here is going to have all of those same features I just covered, covered by your phone. So you can actually be on your phone, operating all of the same things that I mentioned without even having to get up and interface with this application. But if you don't have your phone with you and you want to turn all the lights off for the coach, or if it's already plugged in, really nice to have 2 different places to do that. You've got full extension drawers here in the center, of course, to keep your toothbrush and toothpaste, maybe your hairbrush. and then a ton of room here underneath. And I love the fact that these are separate compartments, so you could keep, for instance, your towels and linens on this side, and then maybe, you know, suntan lotion, bug spray, and the like. But you'll notice down here below, you see this vent. This is part of that hydronic heating system. So what hydronic heat means in an RV like this is that we are using that AquaHot 250D system, has a boiler inside of it that's actually heating glycol mix, or antifreeze, if you will, or coolant, I'm sorry, if you will. That coolant will run through a tube underneath the coach and push air over that hot tube of liquid, and that would come out of that vent, giving you, you know, ducted air conditioning and heat. So you would have your heat coming through the floor, and then of course you're going to have your 2 air conditioners on the top. And that's a really nice feature, because those heat pumps are great, but down below 32 degrees, they don't really do a great job at cooling off the coach. Another fantastic feature on this RV is going to be, look at how easy access this is here in the center of the coach for your washer and dryer. So this Splendide stackable washer and dryer is fantastic. With 75 gallons of gray water, you could probably do about 5 loads of laundry on the efficient mode, if you would, while you're in motion. So really fantastic ability to get everything done before you get to your next destination. We love the fact that Renegade creates a platform for the second washer and dryer. They're not stacked, so just a little more stability, but really good wide opening doors. And as you can see here, one of the things that's so impressive about Renegade, this is as narrow as this passageway is going to get. So you're going to be able to access your restroom at this width, because the coach will not ever become any narrower than this. So if you've got a large dog, perhaps maybe a hip injury, a bum ankle, anything along those lines, this is the type of coach that you're going to want to have, because while you're in motion, you have really good access throughout the cab. Now, as we get here into the galley, I just want to show one more time the separation. This is creating that 4th zone. Of course, we are going into the galley, but as I mentioned, to have the bathrooms be 2 separate rooms, the bedroom a separate room, and then the galley a separate room, really gives you a 4-bedroom experience in this coach. And if you really wanted to count it, you could certainly qualify this as a 5th zone. This bunk over cab is fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, you have this shade that you can open or close. But what's so nice about this is not only is it exceedingly roomy, it's very easy to access, but it's also really easy to put away. So if you're not traveling with people who want to sleep here, this mattress is completely removable. So you can just take this up, push it up on top here, or you could remove it all together and have all of this storage without this mattress here. So you can have all of this storage up here with a nice lip. This is a really nice Formica top here, so you could put some storage totes here. And then of course you can still open and close this coach so that you have this extra light coming in. And then if you are, you know, camping and you want to be able to sleep in a little bit, maybe you don't want the extra lighting, it's very easy to open and close the shade. You have a button here. Again, you're going to have that control on your phone. And then you also have the control on both of those touch pads, both in the bathroom and then in the galley of the coach. Now up here on the left, there's 2 more 110 outlets with a USB and Type-C port. Also storage and LED lights, complete control for the kids here as well. So they can actually turn all the lights on and off if they're the last to go to bed. But as you can see, when I have this retracted, it's really easy to get in. Now, for those of you that have any kind of mobility issues, I do want to point out there is a step here. For me, it's not anything really dramatic. They've given you kind of a rise, so you sink down into the coach here, and then you come up and over, so it won't be too much of a tripping hazard. I know that some people are concerned about that, so if that's something that you'd like to alleviate, take a look at our Newmar Superstar. That would be another coach that could be an option for you that would not have a step at that brake. Okay, so one of the nice features about this RV is the way they do their storage at Renegade. So in Elkhart, they have these fantastic cabinets, but you have 12 feet of storage here, all the way from front to rear. And this is so amazing because all of this is the same consistent size without any kind of wiring along that rear wall. So if you have shoe boxes, you can label these from A through Z, you know, whether it has batteries, flashlights, outdoor cooking utensils, whatever it is. And then instead of having to figure out where you stuck them, you can just go to the box that has, for instance, flashlights in it under F. I know it's kind of towards the front, closer to A than it would be towards the back, to where you might have things like, I don't know, like toilet paper. I don't know, but you probably wouldn't have toilet paper in a box, probably in the bathroom, but whatever. Something that ended with a later letter. So I love that storage capacity. Another nice new feature is going to be the improved furniture. So our furniture before was nice. It was a little bit Euro in that it was very ergonomic and kind of tight. This is much more fluffy, a little bit softer, a little bit nicer room to lean back. You've got cup holders in both of the armrests. So I really like this new couch. Pretty fantastic here. I am going to show you how to convert the couch. I think that always helps people to understand how much sleeping room you have. So this coach has a queen size or full size couch up here, right? So you could use queen sheets on this fold out. It has a convertible dinette, so that Euro dinette is convertible into a sleeper as well. It has enough room for 2 people for certain up here. So you've got figure 2, 4, maybe a little, and then another 2 in the back. So at least 7 people could sleep in this coach pretty comfortably. And what's nice about this is an easy to wrangle couch. When I say easy to wrangle, let me just make sure. You just need to make sure you have access to this little latch. This is what releases everything. And then this is the trifold. So in our LE model, you have a traditional hide-a-bed. In the VSB or the Renegade Verona line, we have the trifold. So the trifold hides 3 seat belts here. So super handy. So you've got 3 seat belts here, 2 in the front, and then another 2 at the booth. So for all 7 of those people that are traveling with you, you also have seat belts, and you have a ton of sleeping room here. So again, for those of you who are looking to be comfortable, my hip hits at the right spot. This is a really comfortable mattress. Again, very fluffy. One of my tests always is, can I feel anything with my elbow when I push my weight down on here? The answer is no. If I had to sleep on this mattress instead of outside in the pouring rain, or, or getting a hotel room, I would certainly be very comfortable here. And I'm not a low maintenance girl. I like nice things. This is a really nice setup. Of course, when you reach out to me, at the beginning and ends of these videos, you'll find my phone number is listed below. I have a lot of people who contact me. I'm your eyes and your ears. So I am very happy to walk you through and tell you what I see as a consumer. And I'm also comfortable in doing so in a way that when you come out to visit me, what I see will be accurate and true. If there's anything I don't like or something that you should be concerned about, I'll share those concerns with you. And if there's things that you need me to find out for you or measure, I'm also available to do that. So happy to be your consultant. The reason I do these videos is so that you'll call me. So if I am covering things that are important to you, please put comments down below. If there's anything you'd like to see on one of my next videos, I think I'm somewhere up in that 200 range at this point. Let me know. I'll cover those things as well. I had this exact coach, so I did have a 36 VSB. So I'm certainly speaking from experience with the materials that they use on the couch, as well as the comfort of the bed, the ease of storage here. Currently, I have a Newmar Superstar, so I can also help with comparative analysis of which of those coaches might be a better fit for you. So whatever I can do to assist throughout your process, please do reach out to me. It's exactly why I make those videos. Now, Jody will also just point out another 2 110 outlets, another Type-C and USB port as well. And then all of these windows do open. So these are new windows for us. Really nice. Uh-oh. They're really not hard to open, folks. It's just me today. And of course, being on live TV. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it too much. So these all have MCD shades. One of the things that's really nice about this gemstone is if you look here at this valance, it ties in really well to this window covering. So this is a really, really attractive coach. And one of the things I was noticing about another coach earlier this week was not all coaches are created equal. Not all of them have these day shades, and those day shades are certainly nice to have. So I like that. This window, of course, is going to be one that pops out. So we like that as well. This is a great feature. This is going to keep the rain from coming into the coach when you have it open, and that's going to be both above the couch as well as over this dinette. As I mentioned earlier, this dinette is not only a sleeper, but one of the benefits that you have here is this is a lot of room. This is a really big table. So for those of you that are looking for a coach that's family oriented, this would certainly check that box. Lots of room to sit here, lots of room to gather. Because there's no cushion here, it's not as opulent as you might say if you had like a Euro booth by Superstar. But one of the benefits is that you've got this really long dining surface and maybe a little deeper pocket for that sleeping accommodation if you've got littles. Now also, great feature here. If you looked at some of my earlier videos, I used to always talk about how you should store bread under here. And then I got a mouse. So don't store bread here. This is a lot of storage. I mean, when I say a lot of storage, you can see how big this cushion is. That's how deep the storage is, but look at how wide it is here. I mean, this is a ton of room. If you've got anything, right now what we use ours for is we actually keep on one side all of our computers, and then our placemats, napkins, and then on the other side we keep our dishes, which is kind of interesting. But we found that really in traveling, when we're getting ready for our breakfast, we like to keep our cabinets, we keep all of our food up top. We can keep our dining trays here above the refrigerator. So I get those longer trays from Walmart that can sit on my lap as opposed to tipping over like plates do. We have a toaster oven we keep up here. So lots and lots of room here. The VSB is really great because it has this gigantic cabinet. You could certainly keep a rice cooker in here, your coffee pot, all of those goods. And then they have these really nice full extension drawers. We keep flashlights and matches, anything that we need to use to get a fire started. In that top drawer also, we just always know where our flashlight is. If for some reason it's dark out, we need to grab one on the run. Always can find it right there. But all of these cabinets here, these are great if you've got those XOXO pop tops, those little square ones. You can put those in here and keep your cereals fresh. So just tons and tons of pantry space in this RV. But you'll see, so you have your pantry here, but here you're going to have your electric box. So you're going to have all of your fuse panels. I shouldn't say all of them, but your circuit breakers, a lot of them for the interior of the coach here. They're nicely labeled, fuses up here, 2 circuit panels or breaker panels, and then a lot of drawer space here for, you know, oven mitts and, you know, tongs, maybe the spatulas, things along those lines. This is your whole house water filter. And then lots of remotes here for your Samsung televisions. You will note that you have an Insignia TV in the bunk area. That's a standard feature. And then you have your Samsung remotes are going to be for your television both in your bedroom as well as here in the center galley. But when I was talking about storage up here, again, we keep our dishes underneath our seat because here you have your Sony Blu-ray player. Anything else, if you wanted to put a PlayStation, you could do that. If you have a receiver for your satellite dish, you could do that here. And then typically we'll have things like all of our glassware, coffee mugs, and then I always have vases with flowers and things, and those would go up top. So we have found that because usually when we're eating, we're around the table anyway, keeping those dishes down below is great for us. If you've got any recommendations on how you use your coach, please put those down below. I mean, this is a huge community here. Transwest is very much a family-owned organization. We have a lot of really fantastic things. First and foremost, we're a semi-truck company, but we do have 4 RV locations. But when I say it's family, it's not just family by ownership and by premise of who works here. There's a lot of, like Brian Moritz has been promoted to sales manager. His dad works at Branch 1. His brother's a technician in our chassis shop. His cousin's a technician in our house shop. I mean, so family in that right. But also when you buy an RV from us, you join our family. And we really love to have that feedback below. Anything you find useful, put in the comment section down below. It's great for people to use these videos as a resource for not only purchase, but for follow through after they own the coach. Going back and trying to find out information is wonderful. So any kind of positive feedback you can give us would be greatly appreciated. I just want to show this television. I think this is probably the first time I've pulled this to show you how it can tilt, but this is a really nice feature for me. I'm the girl who sits at the booth, probably on my phone, only half-hearted watching a movie. I'm not a great person for movies, but it's just nice to see that you can actually tilt this so that you can get different people included in the viewing. It's not just stuck here above the door, and it's a really nice television. But one of our favorite things is really the sound bar down below. This is operated by Bluetooth, so you can get your favorite playlist going, listening to a little, Led Zeppelin, getting everything unpacked and set up. Fantastic, really easy to do so. And again, in this 2023, I love being able to see this new Woodstock interior. I love it paired with this gemstone. This is just a gorgeous valance. And one of the things I was a little concerned about, and when I ordered this coach, for the gentleman with whom I ordered the coach, I asked him to go ahead and to trust me and to try this gemstone because we do so much sandstone. But what's nice about this gemstone, it doesn't have that much putty in it, but it's also not a very light interior. Certainly has a nice light pop in here. They have these beautiful white, countertops, and all of these undermount sinks are set in these, wonderful, like light kind of sparkly tops. But what's nice about it is it's not so light that it's going to be hard to maintain. Now, another feature I really love about all of these RVs, and that actually prompted me to get a induction cooktop at my own home, is this true induction cooktop. One of the great aspects of this is not only does it have a much faster heating time, but it's also a huge safety feature. So for those of you that have littles that might want to help make bacon and eggs for breakfast, you can put a paper towel down underneath a pot here. So I have all clad copper core pans. I can put a paper towel down, put a pot of water on that pan or on that cooktop, get it boiling, and it won't catch on fire. So great safety feature for those of you that are camping with littles. I love that. This is of course an a convection and microwave oven. So lots of room here. As you can see, without these things in this cooktop, you would have plenty of room even to cook like a turkey or a chicken. So if you are full timing it in your RV, this is definitely an all seasons coach in that regard as well. I love this backsplash. How classy is that? I mean, I think that this backsplash is one that you would actually elect to have even in your own home. So we are going to go ahead right now, and we're going to go here to the center control. Again, just a really nice feature to have a second interface here, and we are going to retract this rear bed. You'll see here when you retract the bed, it's just going to butt up to those drawers. So the one recommendation I would say is that if there's anything that you'll like to axe when you're mobile and you don't want to bring your slides out, like your pajamas for instance, you might keep those in that top right hand drawer. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to retract this front slide. So this is a cool feature. Now, one thing I wanted to mention too, I have the generator running right now. It's an 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator by Cummins, but you can't hear it. It's really quiet in this coach right now, and you would be able to run your air conditioning units off of that generator without a lot of interference of noise, which is super cool. But once again, we talked a little bit about how wide these areas are. Look at how much room I have. I mean, this is incredible walking room. So I could still watch a movie, lay down on the couch, make a sandwich, eat lunch. I could access my refrigerator. Oh, we didn't cover the refrigerator, Jody. Here, let's show this cool refrigerator. This is 18 cubic foot. This is a really nice fridge. Again, great product by Samsung. Huge door space, nice big bins underneath, and very simple outfitting. So you can go ahead and get different, types of storage containers there. And then also, you have this fantastic amount of room here underneath, both in your ice maker, great place for putting some popsicles, and then look at how deep that storage is there. And one of the things I really like about the Renegade product is when you close these, they go from blue to red. So you can visibly see that they're locked. I have a Superstar that has a little black slide, and I can't tell that it's open or closed. So sometimes I'll think it's closed, and if you hit a turn too hard, you might have a Coke can like flying out onto the floor. Of course, these are these wonderful wood laminate floors. So this is a great product. You wouldn't crack a tile, but in my Superstar, I do have porcelain tile. And as you can imagine, having something fall out of the refrigerator could be quite detrimental. But I just wanted to show you again this walking space back here. As I mentioned, you could seriously get ready, you know, before you get to your next destination. All of the room is right here. So again, that 4-bedroom effect is really left intact. In this coach, you can still close this door, and this door, so you could still have all of that room. I know that my kids would always sneak off when my boyfriend wasn't looking and take a nap in the back. All right, and then another thing that Renegade does better than anybody else, full-size trash cans. You could get a full-size trash can in here. You could put a black one for waste outside, a blue one for recycled, and a silver one for interior. Stack those inside, and look at all of this space underneath. So as you can see, just tons and tons of room. And there's even room to the right and left here. So this does not have central back. That would be an LE feature. But you can easily fit, you know, your Dyson underneath there. And then I love this nice deep undermount sink. Of course, you've got your residential faucet here with both spray and pour, and then another window that opens up that same way where it pops out, so you could have that open even if you did have some rain going on. And then here is that app that we use here. Again, Vega Touch's Mira app is really, really amazing, and this Firefly system is what allows us to do so many different things. But as I mentioned, you know, all of the things that are on this app here are also here, which means I can actually close and open my slides here as well. Sorry, I got my iPod. Oh my gosh, getting so many notifications. Oh, stop. Okay, I'm gonna wait till everything's done downloading and I'll take it outside. But yeah, so you can actually open and close your slides. You can also put out your awning, both from here and on your app as well. So we are gonna go ahead and extend that awning. Jody, if you wanna go ahead and pop out. And I'll get that rolling for us. And if you see how nicely that's lit up, folks, that's a really great feature. When you have this awning extended and you're at your campsite, it's just great. It really brings that living room outside, which of course is all of our goals while we're camping. So to have that living room brought outside, of course, what do you need? You need light as well. So not only do you want to have the sun protection, but sometimes it might just be a little bit misty, so that's great. But more importantly, this is bringing out a lighting system. So if you're all sitting around, you know, we have an Outlander fire pit. We'll put out our RV rug, put our chairs around it. If we're all sitting out here at night, it's just so nice to have that glow that you have there. Now, I did go ahead and take the liberty of closing this in advance. This is a nice feature. I did not have this on my 2020 VSB, so this is a great little blackout shade, and it's really easy to operate. It's integrated into the door, and then as you'll note here, I can go ahead and close this door. It will bring up my steps by a magnet here, so that's also a new feature that's a little bit nicer than those in days of past. Now we're looking at the Heat Wave exterior. I ordered this coach really purposefully. We have a lot of people who do Skyline and Ingot. I think this is a fantastic color. It happens to go really well with my Valentine's Day outfit, so super stoked to bring this to you on Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's Day. But I also wanted to show you, when you get into this coach, that nice beige material is carried into the front of the coach. And then you'll notice up there on the exterior by that window, those are the curtains that we have. So you can have a curtain drawn the whole way around that front track. And I figured it would be a little easier to show that track from outside of the coach as opposed to trying to do it from inside. So it just goes all the way up here and around. so you can draw that curtain, giving yourself some privacy. I would definitely recommend getting, you know, this is a semi-truck. This is an M2106 chassis. So Freightliner makes a really cool windshield product that you can use to cover your windshield and to cover your windows. I would get those as well. They're Mylar based, they're foam, so they not only insulate by reflecting the sun, but also they have their insulated product themselves, so they'll keep that cool or that hot out of your coach. And then you can still put your curtains up, but you can make it nice and dark in that front cabin, because you can sleep so many people in this coach. Another feature I just wanted to show you here. So here's one of our, we've got dual saddle tanks here, so 250-gallon tanks. But one of the things that I love that Renegade does is these are great step plates. So they are so grippy. If you have muck on your feet, if you have mud, anything along those lines, when you get out, when you go to get in your coach, you're not gonna slip. And then Freightliner does such a good job at making sure you have handles so that you can really easily get up and grab, and you can hold on and know that you're going to be able to get easily into this cab. So really important feature here. These are air ride seats, so they do also swivel and tilt around. Another nice feature to make mention of is there are armrests on both, and the way that you do this is you just twist this little knob here, and then you can adjust how far they go down or just move them completely out of the way. But you have armrests on both sides of this seat. And again, this seat has been redesigned and is super, super comfortable. I had, of course, that good old fashioned flex steel on mine. Now right here, we've got our nice chrome convex mirrors. These are power, manual, heated as well. Both are heated. And then as you'll see here, we have the American racing wheel. So this is the new style for 2023. You know, there's a number of different American racing wheels available. This is by far the least expensive way to get a hold of these. Adding them aftermarket is not an inexpensive task, but this is the new style for 2023. If you go to that company though, you can find they've got a ton of wheels. And then here, we're gonna go ahead and just open this up. Again, we've talked about the fact that this is an M2106 chassis. Really easy access to your windshield washer fluid here. And then you can see this beautiful marriage of the Freightliner chassis to the Cummins engine. Again, this is an 8.9 liter ISL, 360 horsepower, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. Love these brutal chrome bumpers. As you can see, these are breakaways, so if you do have damage on one of these, you can replace a component. This is something that, you know, Freightliner's a really amazing company. If you've ever had a chance to go on a tour of their factory and see how they think about things, it's just so cool. They are really, really thoughtful and really trying to engineer the best possible driving experience for their consumers. Now here you'll see your side indicator camera. This is going to be if you turn your right turn signal on, it will go ahead and show you what's going down the right-hand side of your coach. And then as you can see here, you've got filters are really easy access. So for those of you that would like to do, you know, your own service, you can do that on this coach. So that's another reason that this is a very popular RV for so many people. We're gonna leave that open. We'll come back to it when we get to the other side. As you can see here, I've got my outdoor light, nice and bright, easy. When I get up into that coach at night, I'm gonna be able to see where I'm going. This bay is fantastic. What a great place to keep your Outlander fire pit. It would really fit well here. And as you can see here, we've got these two latches, and that means that this door is not just closing at one touch point. It's got two points that it closes. Here is the ottoman. So this 19.5 by 19.5 ottoman does flip open and have storage in it. If you don't specify that you want two, you'll only get one. In this order, we opted for just the one, but as you can see, it fits really nicely underneath this bay. You also see our air line, so you can air up all of your tires. And then those are the slide locks. And then there's also a nice grommet here, so if you need to run something through into this bay, you have a port here that you can close up, and of course keep the bays nice and dry while you're going down the road. And then again, that double latch system. Oh, my awning. There we go. My ottoman is blocking my door. Oh shoot, Jody, we'll have to do that in a minute. There's an Insignia TV in here with a sound bar. You also have USB plugs. You can run it off of your dash radio. You could run the you can run the sound bar off of your phone, And then of course you could watch a movie. I don't think I've ever watched TV outside of my coach, but I definitely have played some like Red Hot Chili Peppers videos while we were like tailgating. So you could do that for sure. Look at all of the storage here underneath. Nice deep bay. Of course, we all know we've got our engine in the front, so we've got to get that axle spinning all the way down to the back. So we've got that's why you've got that outcropping here. But as you can see, they still make great use of the space on this chassis. Again, nice big American racing wheels. These are Bridgestone is the make that we use for these. These are all 22.5, and these are 295s. And of course, one of the things I'll make sure that you hear is that we carry these American X racing wheels. The way that they're set, though, when they're installed by the manufacturer, is you wouldn't want to pay for 2 of these rims. And there's another set of tires, of course, on the inside. So if you have the foresight of ordering these in advance, it is going to be your least expensive venture for adding those. Again, another huge bay here. Look at all of that deep storage. You could definitely fit your fishing poles back here, some paddle boards. And then you also have a great place for a Home Depot bucket, or you could put a Home Depot bucket, and you could also put you could also put your propane tank there for your Outlander fire pit. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at how we can do this. So for our front awning, we're going to go here and just hit retract. And as you can see, if I've got a storm incoming, I can just use my phone to bring my awning in right here from the outside of the coach. This is a huge advantage over some of the other Super Cs in this market. My Superstar does not have the capacity of bringing my slides in and out on my phone. Of course, I think that that's really handy. And as you can imagine, if you were getting ready to go camping and there was a tree here, you could see whether or not this slide was going to come out and impact that tree. I'm going to go ahead and stop just for the better saving of time. But another feature I wanted to talk to you about is, okay, so here we go. I don't know why. I'm having the worst time with this little app this morning. My fingers must not be working. I'll come back to this in just a second. We could turn our generator on and off with the app, and that's something I was going to show you. Just a really, really handy feature as well. Now, if I haven't mentioned it yet, we have our Voyager camera control here, our 7-pin connector, both here on the left, and then we also have our 20,000 pound hitch. And of course, you can see you can flip this ball. Really nice, sturdy, great weight, and great towing capacity. And again, 20,000 pounds of towing capacity on a coach that has, oh, there it is. Okay, so just so you know, folks, I'm going to show this to you. There's a little arrow, and I was pushing up here. You just have to push that little arrow. And when that pops up, I can go over here, and you can see I can see my batteries right here. I can see my inverter. And then I can go here and I can hit stop, and it's going to turn my generator off. So really, really nice feature that you can do all of those things from your app, and it's not that hard to use. I should just say I'm a little rusty since it's been a few years since I had this coach, but I love that Firefly app. Here's your rear view camera. And then here in the back, we've got our surge protector along with our 36-foot power cord. This is on a power reel. Of course, that's giving us better use of space. We also come standard with a 30 amp adapter. This is a 50 amp coach, of course, with the 2 ACs. And then here we have our 8,000 watt or 8 kilowatt Onan quiet diesel generator. Again, this is running off of that diesel tank. So really nice. There's no propane on this unit. You don't have to stop and fill up. Easy to service, easy to access. One of my favorite features of a Renegade Verona is this bay. I love the way that all of this is etched in with a water jet, so your tank fill is never going to wear off. Your low paint drain will never wear off. You can always access everything, and then not only do you have access to water, but you also have a grommet once again, so you can keep this bay closed. We saw the filter inside for your whole house water filter. So you've got a water filter in your refrigerator. as well as out here. So you've got a lot of filtration. If you're camping down in Baja, you know, water's a little different down there. This is a great place to keep your your gravity hose. And of course you can run this right through here. Nice big grommet. Of course, keep everything closed up when you're going down the road so you don't get debris in here, but easy to wash out bays. As you can see, here's your monitor system wired into your gray and black tanks. And these do have 110 heat strips on them. Here again is that 3rd gen AquaHot 250D. With your water spigot out here. So no, it's not a shower, but you could sure spray off those darn kids if they were dirty. Oh, so you'll notice in this compartment, we have AquaHot juice up here on the left. You'll notice there's no extra gallon of AquaHot juice with this unit. If you buy a Renegade from me and you say, hey Katie, I watch your videos all the time, I need my gallon of antifreeze, I will make sure you get one. I can't tell you how many people wait until they're out in our campsite and they go, oh my gosh, I forgot my AquaHot juice. Let me tell you, that's a much better place to remember it than if you're in the middle of the forest and you're low. Without having AquaHot juice at that minimum level, you won't have heat and you won't have hot water. You'll have heat pumps, but you won't have that hydronic heat, which is such a nice, quiet, and really effective source of heat in your coach. You'll notice here we have our upgraded battery system. This is the lithium ion battery system. This is an upgraded version from Renegade. And then on the left we have our chassis batteries as well. This coach also has 3 solar panels on top. So you've got lithium, you've got solar, you've got hydronic heat. I mean, this coach is really going to be everything you need when you get out there on the open road. So I talked a little bit earlier about how we would come around and take a look at some of these components from inside of the coach. Jody, I'm going to go ahead and let you get up here, and I'm going to come through on the other side. We're going to talk a little bit about this dash. Typically I'm in the way, so I thought maybe I'd give it a little bit of a different approach today. It's really nice for Jody to be able to be in the driver's seat so he can kind of walk you through and show you what's going on here with his camera. So as you can see here, we've got our trailer camera. We also have our WABCO system. This is going to be for your cruise control. It is distance monitoring. If it senses that you're going to have a collision, it'll actually turn red. If it thinks you're a little too close, it'll be yellow. So really smart design here. You can lock that rear diff. You got your docking lights right here, your tire pressure monitoring system, spot lamp, your lane alert you can turn on and off. Let me see if I can get past you, Jody. I'm going to go ahead and hit that key just to get this dash powered up. So you can turn your lane alert on and off here as well. This is your regen button. You're really not going to need to use this. This is just to help burn things off. Oh, there's green. Again, radar alignment. This is going to be what tells you if there's somebody in front of you. Again, you can turn that lane alert on and off. If you heard that, that's the lane alert. And then here you can actually change your suspension height so you can get your trailer on a little bit easier. Lock and unlock. Again, heated mirrors, power windows, your trailer brake. And then of course, one of the nicest features about this is you've got this Garmin system, which is going to be able to allow you to make, you can use your phone. So you can actually get all of your notifications here on your Garmin system and have hands-free calling. You also have a dual stage engine brake. It has to be on for it to work. And then you got low and high. Fog lamps as well, your Allison transmission. And then also you'll note here, we have heated seats. And let's see if I can figure out what side we are on. I was going to show you the air ride. I got to look and figure out where the button is. It's a little bit different than mine was, but these are really nice air ride seats. So all the way up and all the way down. And when I say all the way up, I mean all the way up. So this air ride seat is so cool, but I will tell you ladies, you're going to need to have a little bit of a footstool here to be able to put your feet up on that, up on those, or to have your feet touch the ground. They won't touch the ground with the seat all the way up like this. But great setup here. And Jody, if you want to go ahead and step on out, I'll turn this engine off. But before I do, of course, we're going to do our favorite. We always have to test the horn. So this coach has a 6-gallon DEF tank. Nice air horn. Trailer brake controller here as well. And then always easy to read, very easy dash controls. And then this is for your power mirrors. Your DEF tank is 6 gallons. It's right down there. Other half of your dual fill gas tank as well. And again, super easy to get in and out of this coach. Really, really nice access to the cabin. This is going to be your engine block heater. One of our number one most common error messages that come up is going to be cold start. So always make sure, if it's really cold where you're camping, keep your engine block heat on. When you turn your key on, wait until that yellow check engine light turns off before turning your engine over, and you'll eliminate seeing that fault code. As I mentioned earlier, I just wanted to show you both sides of this. Again, your fuel filter and water separator, super easy again to access. Great coach if you want to work on yourself. And then down here you'll see your jump points for negative and positive, for your batteries. And just overall fantastic vehicle for anybody who's looking to get out there and on the road. So again, this is the heat wave exterior with the gemstone interior. This is stock number 5N221270. Again, 5N221270. Jot that down if you want to be able to reference it. Here's that caliber 9 racing grille. All the nice details the whole way through. Here's that WABCO radar system for your cruise control. You can see your mobile eye camera up top here for your lane tracking. Again, this is a fantastic way to get on the road. And just so you know, I mean, I drive my RV all the time. These semi-trucks are so easy for you to drive. I mean, and a 36 VSB like this just turns on a dime comparably to some of those longer units with the twin screw tag axles. So if you want something that's capable of towing heavy stuff, if you've got side-by-sides, if you've got motorcycles, if you've got, a car hauler, this is the coach for you. This is a great, great vehicle. Lots of dexterity, a fantastic price point. And of course, you can get one here from us at Transwest Truck Trail RV in Frederick, Colorado. Again, to all of those out there watching, happy Valentine's Day. Get your husband a Renegade for Valentine's Day. Call me, let me know how I can help, and get out there and get camping. Thanks for tuning in.